Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheek TV. I know I have these lives set up for random times. I like to record live, and usually the time I have them set up is the time I'm going to go live. But because I'm catching up from last weekend because it was college drop off, I have them set up and I'm just going live. So if you catch me live, great. If you watch it on the repeat, thank you for watching the video on the repeat. But anyway, let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is going to be quick because it wasn't really a good episode. It didn't give what I wanted it to give me. And I see production written all over this. Let's jump into where we left off. I see why Destiny is going to have problems with Mel. Now, I know Tiffany is the new girl, and Mel's like, I really ain't friends with Tiffany. She just, introduced Tiffany on the show. However, you want to do it. At the end of the day, you invited this bitch to Destiny's birthday party, and you let her be a complete bitch to Destiny. But we already know what she did. And what I didn't like that Mel did is she threw gasoline on the fire. Like, girl, your man been cheating this whole time. What dress she have on? Like, she was saying a little quick snipe side comments to what Tiffany was saying, which would have pissed me off. And really, what Mel was doing is worse than what Tiffany did because Tiffany don't know that bitch, and Tiffany not Destiny friend, and obviously she was just here to have her a moment on TV. Mel, you are Destiny's friend, and you could have put it into it. You could have checked Tiffany and say, "Not today. Calm down, not today." Or if she wouldn't have calmed down, you could have said, Tiffany, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and leave. This not what this party about. I'll get with you later, girl. You know, I don't understand why one of Destiny's real friends, the one who went to check on her in the bathroom, didn't come back and cuss Tiffany out because what she was doing was so inappropriate. And I know we can't see the confessionals at the time, but the way she was acting in confessions, like I made the bitch cry on her birthday, but I guess she can cry if she want to. Like at the reunion, oh, I can't wait to see how she defends herself at this reunion. But anyway, they move along to nicer conversations, and we learn that Kimmy and Destiny are now cool friends, and I like it because I they hit it off on the wrong foot. Destiny was doing team too much on her first appearance on the show, which is what Tiffany is doing. But she kind of mellowed out, and her and Kimmy are in a good place, which I'm happy to see because I like Destiny and I like Kimmy. Let's move this along. Like I'm telling, this could be 5-10 minutes. Marceau is in Houston. Tisha is at the door in some lingerie, and all Marceau could think about is business. And I said, Tisha, next time when your man answers the door, be naked. Or if you're gonna have on some stripper lingerie, don't have on the robe. Be ready to go and take charge. Don't even have no drinks. If you want to fuck, be naked or just have on your bra and panties, no robe. Get your man, slam him on the bed. You initiate the sex to get him going and have the sex that you want to have. All that play around in a robe and here go drink and I can't wait for something like no. You know what kind of man you got. Get what you want, but y'all give me boring in the bedroom, like missionary only. Like we no, like you give me very boring in the bedroom, or at least irritating in the bedroom. So try harder next time. Anyway, y'all supposed to be trying to have sex, but you talking about a stylist and the stylist budget. And all I want to say is fire the stylist. Fire whoever is styling Tisha because Tisha always looks a mess. Her clothes always looks about a size too small. When you got body, girl, just put on your size. Like we ain't got to see. If you put on your size, we wouldn't see the extra rolls or the spandex. Put on your size, you got the body. None of your clothes look like you need a stylist to buy them for you. It looks like stuff you can just go to the mall and pick up from, New York and Company or dealers. And nothing wrong with those two stores. I like those stores, but I ain't on reality TV. But let's move on. Okay, now we at the one scene of the episode that pisses me off. Kimmy and Maurice are talking. I agree with Maurice 100% of the time. Like, who is this bitch Tiffany talking on camera that my son is in the bathroom vaping? I would have cussed the bitch clean out. Clean out. Number one, if I was Kimmy, and I ain't faulting Kimmy, but if I was Kimmy, I would have said, hold up, bitch. What you not gonna do is put my son's business in the street. And I would have said, bitch, you lying, because in Kimmy's mind, it's not true because she knows nothing about it. I would have said, bitch, don't lie on my son on camera. Children are off limits. Shut the fuck up. Tiffany deserved to be checked in that moment, but y'all let Tiffany slide. So clearly she gonna do the shit again because she wasn't checked. I understand Maurice's point of view of once you label a child as doing something, a black child. Let's once you put a black child in a position of he was caught doing something outside of the norm that's bad child behavior. Now it's a stigma attached to it. Like he's the one who's always vaping in the bathroom. Don't be around my son. What I didn't like that Maurice did that I would never do, even now that my son is grown, is he gave that situation confirmation in life. Like, yeah, Monster was vaping in the bathroom. He's never been suspended before. I'm never giving no confirmation on no shit about my child. Especially when your whole point of not wanting it to be on television is because you don't want a stigma attached to his name for what he did. Why are you giving it life? Like, this would not even be a conversation me and my wife having on TV. I would have told Kimmy, yeah, Monster vaped. Me and Kaya were dealing with it. But I'm not giving this situation no life on television because what you're doing is Tiffany started the fire with Monster. What you doing is throwing gasoline on it and giving it life and making it bigger. Because I believe next week you're gonna sit down with Monster and discipline him on camera. Totally inappropriate for me. Totally inappropriate for me. Like I said, my son just went off to college. I know preteens, middle schoolers, they might want to dibble and dabble. But one thing I will never do on this YouTube, on social media, y'all ain't never heard nothing about what my son got into, and you never ain't gonna hear it because I ain't gonna never air it out. All I'm gonna say is you should have kept that to yourself. You should have kept it to yourself. If you coming from a place of where I'm thinking you coming from a place of I don't want my son to have a stigma to his name, but you also could be coming from a place of I just want to put it on TV to help parents who's going, you know how some of y'all reality people like to do. I feel like you coming from a place where you don't have no damn storyline. So, oh, Monster was vaping, so we gonna use this as a storyline, and we gonna try to tell people how to help correct their children. No, get a better storyline and leave your children out of it because I'm telling you, it's just not a good look. And once you start letting people use your children as a storyline, you don't want to open that door. You saw when Sheree tried to blast Nene for her son stealing out of Walmart. That ain't funny. All them seasons ago, Nene put not the children. I don't give a fuck what my son did. That ain't got nothing to do with how I raised him. But what we not gonna do is talk about my son. Let what he did be what he did. That's just how I feel, and I didn't like that. But let's move on. So now Kimmy is all upset because she doesn't have any information about what's going on in Monster's life. Maurice doesn't talk to her, and he's working. The way Kimmy made it seem like, look, all you do is work. You got this boy down here with me. I'm the one really raising him, but you ain't even telling me what's going on in his life so I can help you raise him when he's spending all the time with me anyway. I don't understand why you want Monster to be in Huntsville if all you're gonna do is work. And I understand you want your son to have all these things and you have to work hard, but parenting is so much more than just working and providing things for your children. Like you have to be there, you have to talk to them. It's just so much more. And I think Maurice knows that. Kimmy to me is really pissed because she's on the outs of the parenting conversations, but it seems like she's the one doing all the parenting. And she probably don't want to put her husband on full blast. But if he ain't working, what are you doing? Because you're talking about you need to spend more time with them. Like, well, what are you doing? I understand Kimmy, I've been in this boat where she feels like her input on the parenting isn't desired. At some point, Kimmy, I don't want to say for you not to care, but at some point you're gonna have to just understand that's the way. What's the child name? Maurice and Kiowa are. What you have to do is give your input, and if they don't use it, you have to be okay with it. Because as a parent, you know, blended family parent, I know that situation. I can say what I would do with my child all I want to, but if your spouse isn't that same type of parent and doesn't take your advice, you have to be okay with it and just be like, okay, well, I said my 2 cents and move on. And just not everyone is going to parent the same, and it would be different if you all had a child together because then you'll be forced to work together on a parenting style. But the best thing I can say, Kimmy, is you have to just learn how not to care. Not in a way of like, I don't give a fuck, I don't care, but in a way of you give your input, and if they don't use it, you have to just be okay with that. That's the best advice I can give you because that's what I had to give to myself. But let's move on. Don't take it personal. That's what I wrote in my notes. That's what I wrote in my notes. You got to just learn how not to take it personal. But let's move on. The Scotts at this Ready to Love event. Oh no, the Scotts are with the aunt and uncle talking about Scott Manor. I don't give a damn about this house. What I learned mostly about this house is that both sets of Scotts are getting ready to waste a lot of money just to say I got a bigger house than you. I wouldn't give a fuck. Kimmy, Maurice, let them waste all that money on that big ass house in the middle of a fucking jungle. I wouldn't give a fuck. What Tisha need a 2-story closet for? She ain't got no fashion. What does I can understand Maurice needing a bigger garage because he got a work truck and a sports car. But don't go out here in no big dick competition over who got a bigger house between the brothers. Who cares? Kimmy, you about to have an empty nest anyway because I guarantee Kyle about to take Monster back because Maurice ain't spending no time with him. And Marcel and Tisha about to waste all their damn money because chocolate in a bottle ain't it. I hope chocolate in a bottle is not what y'all banking on. But let's move on. Let's congratulate Jalen on buying his first property at 21 or 22 years old. That is a great thing. Proud of him. We still talking about Tisha and Marcel and his business. I don't care. We talked about that shit last week. Get the boys some help. It's their business. If it failed, that's their fault. Because they should have got the boys some help, right? Let's move on from that. Jalen is overworked. This child said he works 6 to 7 days a week, all day. He's the only one in the restaurant. I would quit on their ass. I want to know how much they paying you because you got to learn how. Okay, if they paying you $50,000, but you working 80 hours a week, 7 days a week, you ain't really making no money per hour. You do better go get you a little another job making $15, $20 an hour, and you only got to work 40 hours a week. But you'll get that. Jalen confirms he's not interested in Destiny, but his friends call him the Cougar Tamer. I thought that was hilarious and cute. We get to the chocolate in the bottle party, and I'm telling you, I didn't see nobody when they did that. I didn't see anybody take a sip. That shit sounds disgusting. Chocolate flavored champagne. It sounds disgusting. I don't know who told them that was a good idea. It seemed like everybody from Ready to Love was at the party, not just Kyra, how the little super trailer had us think. Very tricky editing. Really tricky editing. Because Tisha said, I saw that girl in a red dress looking like you. But if we look at the party, it was about 5 girls in a red dress. That's why Marcel was like, well, which one? Now, why he needed to know which one, I don't know. But I don't think Kyra was paying Marceau any attention. Like, Marceau is not Kyra's type. And Kyra's from Ready to Love seemed like she don't like nobody. She might like some attention. But trust me, Tisha, she don't want none of that. For whatever reason, Tisha is outside on this balcony crying. And I don't understand. I'm just like, how did we get from the girl in the red dress was looking at you and I had to come run interference to crying? Something is missing there. And definitely. I don't care how much Tisha want to save face in front of Mel. Marceau has cheated on her in the past. They've had some issues with cheating because every time it comes up, Tisha is so emotional. And for a woman to say she's never been cheated on, it's never happened in my marriage. Why are you so emotional if a woman is just looking at your husband? Because it must be a woman in the past that has looked at your husband and your husband has looked back, and that's why he asked you which one. Y'all a mess. But let's move on. Because like I said, ain't nothing really happy this happened this week. Oh, the last thing that happened is this meeting where Kiowa and Zay were late. And Maurice said, I got a personal business meeting and I can't be late for it. Now, I don't know how discussing the discipline and parenting of your child is less important than whatever business meeting. Like, you can reschedule whatever you got to schedule with Kiowa, who doesn't even live in your town, but you can't reschedule this business meeting. This looks like production to me. It looks like production to me. It's no way that Maurice would have left me at a meeting, a parenting meeting, with one, a bitch who don't like me. Two, y'all don't even talk parenting in the house with me. Why I want to sit up here and talk with her, and you won't even talk to me, but I'm supposed to talk with her and her husband about it. And then three, if it was Angie, Kiowa and Zay would have walked up them stairs to an empty table. It would be like, oh, Maurice leave, Angie leave. What I'm staying talking to her for? That's y'all child. I guess you need to reschedule. Like, if Angie would have stayed at that table, it would have just to tell them Maurice had a meeting. When we gonna reschedule? He want me to reschedule. It wouldn't have been shit else to talk about. This was just for TV. Them two ladies don't even really like each other. Um, and that's it. That's the end of the episode. Do better next week, y'all. Do better, Love in Huntsville. This week was kind of dry, very production. I see your hand. And that was it. Thank you all so much again for the support and your patience, because I know I'm late, but y'all know I had to move my son into college. He is moved in, so far doing very well. He already ain't answering the phone when I call, so obviously he doing well. And this week's review will be on time this Sunday, so you ain't got too many days to wait for the next review. I will thank you so much, Elle. It was a dry episode, but thank you for watching the review. Hopefully next week will give us something better to talk about. I will be going live. I'll put the time up on my YouTube. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna go live Sunday, but it will be Sunday where I'll review what I'm reviewing Sunday. Love and Marriage Huntsville, Family and Fiance, Family or Fiance. I gotta learn how to say that right. And Real Housewives of Potomac. You know, the weekend reality. I'll see y'all Sunday night. Thank you so much. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you later. Bye.